Hello, welcome back to Coding Mantra present Coding Mantra AI series. So we are continuing on Firebase function part 2. So in a last project we already seen the steps. So I think before this I guess you need to know the steps for this. I already guess that you already using OpenAI. If you're not, then you can register yourself by going to OpenAI. You can create your account there, and in a Firebase, as we discussed in the last video, you can create a project there. As we discussed, we have created functions in the last video. So in this video we are going to do that more. So as we discussed on last video, we need to upgrade our Firebase project. We cannot use a normal project, we need to use a Blaze plan. Then you must have a node git vs code in your system already installed. As I guess you are already developer, then you already have all the things. You can install Firebase tools, you can log in from terminal, you can so you can follow the steps to proceed. Okay, now let's move forward to the code. So what I have done is in our functions directory, I've created an env file where we are going to use constant there, and where we are going to, so it is better to use a constant rather than writing everywhere in your project. So I prefer this way to write my code. So by this constant, what we can do is we are going to, what I've done here is I just installed OpenAI. So if you see package also, this OpenAI is installed. Just you can do by going to your terminal and do npmi for that. Yeah, so sudo npmi, because if you're using Mac, then sudo will never leave you alone. So yeah, you can do OpenAI install that, and it will be adding that library to your Firebase function project. So you can see that I already added that. So this OpenAI is added here. So now we are actually going to use OpenAI. So let's move forward. So from OpenAI we have imported OpenAI and configuration. So in a configuration, what you need to pass is you need to pass organization ID, as well as you need to pass API key, which you will get from OpenAI. So after getting that, you can create object of OpenAI. So what we are doing is we have created one HTTP function where we are getting parameter from a request. Any parameter query is not sent from a request, and we are just responding back with please send a query parameter, because that is already not available. So this is the basic get with as well with the basic get request will be there, where a user can have a query in a get, and they can get a response from that. Yeah, so that is a pretty basic example of what we can do with the OpenAI. So here, if you see here, we are only passing the prompt, and we are just giving response uh, back to our function. So if you see the OpenAI, there is so many example available there. You can create images, you can create a code as well as directly from OpenAI. Here, what if you see that temperature, what it means? So 0 means it will have a less error. If you make it down, then it might give you more vast example, and but it can be not pretty accurate. So this is a max token, also one of the part. So tokens is so basically, as you already available, if you remember that there is OpenAI, we have the $16 available in our wallet when we sign up. So there is a pricing available where for 1000, for example, 1000 token, you need to pay $0.01 or something like this. So these are the token validation. So whenever user prompts something, and how many tokens you want to maximum use for your service call, that's what you are defining there. So that's why if you see the API, or sorry, any AI applications and this available, they charge for that, because OpenAI get so for learning purpose it is pretty good, but after going forward it might cost you based on your request, how many requests you want to use. So here if you see that function is already there. So here in a query parameter we can pass whatever we wanted to prompt. So let's try another example. Yeah, so I'm trying how AI can help human here. So if you see that waiting time is also coming from OpenAI, so they take a time to proceed that, and you can see that. So we are getting this kind of JSON response here available. So as I said, this is the basic example of backend. You can do much more in this. You can have authorization and many things available can be added there. So this is a basic example how we can just prompt OpenAI, and we are getting directly giving back a response from OpenAI to our server. Yeah. So I already added this function in this project into the GitHub, so you can directly use, and I have made it a public library, so you can directly use this public library. So you can do clone of that using HTTPS, or you can use this template directly. I always prefer to create a project from scratch so that you can learn from a basic. Might be in creating video also. I face so many things which I should not cover in videos. So I prefer to be using from a scratch. But so you can take a reference from this project, and you can create your own project there. Yeah. So these are the steps, as I already said. You can follow that steps. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you like this video, then please do like and subscribe.